Wyoming pushes back against the EV craze. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is another declaration of truth from your host, Terry A. Hurlbut. 6 Wyoming Republican state legislators introduced a joint resolution to phase out electric vehicle or EV sales by 2035. The reportage on this legislation is sloppy and it distorts the intent of that resolution, and perhaps willfully. Furthermore, the chief sponsor of the resolution admits that he did it as a joke on California. That state has set itself up to ban gasoline and diesel vehicles by 2035. But the resolution itself raises serious questions that the EV industry, even including Tesla, has ignored. Before we get into this, I do want to shout out to the prime sponsor of this channel, which is Conservative News and Views. Link in the description. Be sure to check out the awesome CNAV Store. Scroll down near the bottom for that link. Lots of great merchandise there, especially this t-shirt that I have chosen for today, which quotes Aldous Huxley, saying, "Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored." And a lot of people have been ignoring certain facts about what it will mean to adopt EVs generally. And it was good of those state senators and representatives to remind people, especially coming from a wide open and sparsely populated state like Wyoming. One more thing. If you like what you're about to hear, you can like this video. You can also click the bell icon to get a notice every time I come out with a new one. In fact, you see the new icon, the heart shape with the US dollar sign in it? That's the super thanks icon. If you really want to keep these videos coming, click that and leave me a tip. Any currency will do so long as it's legal tender. Now, the original reportage on the resolution comes from the Daily Mail and Motor Authority. I hate to say it, but both reports really mischaracterize the legislation. They call it a bill, which properly speaking would actually be a new law or a change in existing law. Well, SJ0004, to which I've left a link in the description, is not a bill. It is a joint resolution expressing the sense of the legislature. At no point does it change any part of Wyoming statutes. It offers only encouragement of a goal. And also the sending of direct messages to the President of the United States, the 2 senators and at-large representative from Wyoming, the Vice President in her role as President of the Senate, the Speaker of the House, and the governors of Wyoming and California. Senator Jim Anderson introduced the resolution last Friday, January 13th, as prime sponsor. He has 5 co-sponsors, Senators Brian Boner, Ed Cooper, and Dan Dockstader, and Representatives Donald Burkhart Jr. and Bill Henderson. No one seems to have asked now former Representative Liz Cheney, the Rhino from Wyoming, for comment. So, what does the resolution call for? The resolution instructs the legislature to encourage and adopt as a goal the ending of new EV sales by 2035. The whereas clauses start with 3 points. First, oil and natural gas are 2 of Wyoming's chief industries. The Wyoming State Seal mentions oil and mining as well as livestock and grain. Second, the resolution cites the jobs in and revenues from those industries. Third, it celebrates the contribution of the internal combustion engine to the state's economy. Actually, it could make that point for the national economy. The resolution turns next to the major disadvantages of EV ownership and use in a state like Wyoming. Before I tell you what they are, I want to shout out to a sponsor who can really help you through the economic storms to come. That sponsor is oursilverlines.com. Do you feel like you're working harder for your money just to get by? You're not alone. The fluctuating economy, employment issues, and unexpected changes in life have left many families struggling over the past few years. Collecting gold and silver can help shield you against many of these challenges. But if you're like me many years ago, you don't know where or how to start. Our Silver Lines helps by connecting you with thousands of members who are learning the secrets to creating and protecting true wealth by collecting precious metals. Whether you just want to collect rare and unique coins or take advantage of the business opportunities this company provides, either way, they can help you learn to live an exceptional life. Visit oursilverlines.com to learn how you can build a legacy for your future. Now, the most valuable points this resolution makes. Why it would not work for every licensed driver in Wyoming to buy an EV right away. Wyoming is vast. It's a wide open space, and it appears to hold 12 charging stations from Tesla alone, and all but 2 serve interstate highways. An EV battery contains critical minerals, lithium, nickel, and cobalt. And they have a limited domestic supply. And other critics have pointed out the ethical problem of the cobalt in EV batteries. The world's cobalt supply comes from mines that have child miners working them. Yeah, those minerals are not easily recyclable or disposable, says the resolution. Now, in fact, recycling of all batteries does present a challenge. At least one company has met that challenge. I have a link in the description to their video describing a recycling process for EV batteries. Now, that video does not give any figures for the efficiency of the recycling process, meaning how much nickel, cobalt, and so on it can recover. But at least someone has come up with a process. But Wyoming would have to develop a new industry to handle the volume of EV batteries that require recycling. Even rechargeable batteries do not last forever. They lose charging capacity with every charge cycle. Then the resolution raises the most critical objection: lack of electric generating capacity. Wyoming is part of the Western Interconnection, and it shares that with California. And California shut down most of its generating capacity, and now they're suffering from brownouts and rolling blackouts, to the point where Governor Gavin Newsom has found himself asking EV owners not to recharge. This after encouraging them to go splurge on those things. And yet California wants to ban new internal combustion engine vehicles by 2035. In contrast, Wyoming has, since 2021, required power companies to try to sell any coal-fired plants they intend to retire. So Wyoming has tried to protect its electric generating capacity from attrition. Still, these legislators recognize that their state wouldn't have enough juice available to charge one EV for every licensed driver. But they do have 2 good things going for them. They have the largest uranium reserves in the United States, and they have sites suitable for geothermal development. But such things, of course, take time. The remaining 4 points of the resolution are debatable. Again, Senator Anderson admitted he was playing a joke on California for its ban on gasoline vehicles. So the last 4 whereas clauses reflect that attitude. Still, Senator Anderson has a point. Electric vehicles require a considerably greater adjustment than most people realize. California, in shutting down much of its generating capacity, made that adjustment worse. Wyoming cannot ignore California's curtailment of electricity production because the 2 states share an interconnection. And too few people have thought about the other challenges widespread adoption of electric vehicles will present. A joint resolution does not actually change any laws, but it should serve to call attention to the challenges of a new technology. If Wyoming wants to remake itself with new industries it never had before, then its people must understand the challenges. And the federal government must understand this too, with their moratoriums on oil leasing, and also because the federal government owns so much of the Wyoming's land, even apart from the Wind River Native American reservation. So even if Senator Anderson meant to play a joke, he actually raises some points that others should take seriously. Links to the description of the article, to the resolution, to that video describing how to recycle an EV battery, to my Declarations of Truth Twitter account and to Conservative News and Views. I've also left links to the awesome CNAV Store and to ourcivilized.com, as I also mentioned. You know already about how to like a video, turn on notifications, and leave a tip. On the end screen, I'm going to leave a subscribe link to my channel and links to other videos that I've done, well, mostly about Representative Cheney, and that the video from that other company talking about how to recycle electric vehicle batteries. This is Terry A. Hurlbut delivering another declaration of truth and reminding you to let the truth set you free.